Hey, and welcome everyone to the NVIDIA HPC SDK training today and tomorrow. My name is Helen He. I am the nurse user training lead. So I start with some logistics first. Thank you, NVIDIA, especially our presenters Scott Halverson and Vinny Gutta, giving us a presentation and hands-on exercises. For the attendees, we'd like you to change your name to your full name in Zoom session so we can follow who you are. And the caption is turned on. And you can also select view full transcript to see and even save it. We're recording this and we will be publishing the recorded sessions on event webpage as a YouTube video playlist. You feel free to unmute yourself, ask questions, or we also will be using the Google Doc. I've already put that in the chat. We'd like to use Google Doc so it is saved, it is threaded instead of Zoom chat. So it also be kept for records. And we also have prepared a survey, so help us with the survey afterwards, please. Here's the agenda, brief agenda. Day one is overview, HPC SDK with a break, followed up with C++ standard parallelization, hands-on, and presentation. And tomorrow, start with a demo and presentation on Qtile because it's not available on Perlmutter, the GPU node yet. And then Insight profiling tools with hands-on as well. So I'll start with a few, using Perlmutter and using Jupyter, especially if you are having this training account. So everything is, you have to log in with an MFA or OTP, and you were given the MFA, either a QA code or 10 passcode. You can use those 10 passcode followed by your password, or you're using a Google Authenticator or some kind of similar apps, and you can scan the QR code, use the OTP shown in the app. And you're logging with either SSH, password plus OTP, or using Jupyter. So I'll show you both. For the SSH, in train number and Perlmutter, you put your password. Password looks like that. Four words stringed together, and your OTP is 6 digits. So you would, with no space in between, and just SSH in. We have made reservations for today and tomorrow from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Pacific with the names HPC SDK Day 1 and HPC SDK Day 2. So I'll tell you how to use node reservations. You're all added onto the project called NTrain 3, stands for Nurse Train number 3 project, and with the reservation name. In a terminal, when you submit a job using either SBatch or SALOC, these are the flags to use, -A, the project name, NTrain 3, the reservation name, and you would ask for one GPU, one node, but also we are actually doing shared, so -Q shared, and then you would ask for 32 CPU cores, one GPU node on this big GPU node. So we don't use multiple nodes today. And outside of the reservation, just use almost the same thing, except, remove this -- reservation flag. This is when you use SH logging and on a terminal. So next, I would like to share how to use Jupyter. Actually, we'll be using lots of Jupyter notebooks today for the hands-on. So you go to jupyter.nurse.gov, HTTP, and then when you log in, you choose NERSC first. Don't choose any other, even other federated labs for the login to Jupyter here. So you put your train number, put your password, and you get another screen asks you to put your MFA, which is 6-digit numbers. Then when you're logged in, you see this screen. For this today, let me put these two here. So for during the reservation time, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., that we'll be choosing this configurable job. I'll show the details in the next slide. So you'll be setting a few flags, and then we will get a note immediately. Outside the reservation window, let's use the shared GPU node, so you don't have to do specific settings and everything, and no reservation is used. But you get the similar effect of getting a 1 GPU and 32 CPU cores on a GPU node. So this is what you need to choose. Once you choose the configurable job, the last option, and fill in here entrance 3 and put in here um, the account, and then the QoS, leave the constraint there as GPU not touched, and the QoS choose Jupyter underscore shared. If it's not, this is actually drop-down menu, so you would choose that. And then you put in the number 32 CPUs, 1 GPU, 1 node, 1 task, and the reservation is also a drop-down menu, and choose HPC SDK day 1. You put in 2 hours and now or 1 hour later, and then click start. Then you'll get a node immediately. So once you are in, it looks like that. There's the file system here, and there's lots of things called Jupyter kernels. Scroll down, and you'll find something called terminal, and then you click that, and you get a terminal here. And with that terminal, you'll be, because we're choosing configure a job, you'll be landing on a compute node and in your home directory here. And later on, we can use this terminal to do sbatch, account, salloc to do interactive job, sbatch to mid batch jobs, or here you do copy your GitHub materials over here, etc. And then also once you're here, you will choose some kind of file the file system, and then find your Jupyter notebook, and you can just click on the Jupyter notebook name, like something like start here, and then you get a notebook to work with. So to get it on materials, either in a regular SSH terminal or a terminal in Jupyter as shown in the previous slide, you would do type cd scratch, copy these materials from our file system on Perlmutter already. We staged there. So notice the last dot. So you copy, and then you'll get this HPC SDK directory in your Scratch. Then you can start to explore the materials in Scratch HPC SDK. To exit Jupyter Club cleanly, you would go to File menu all the way down top control panel and then click Stop. Otherwise, you'll still have the node for about 6 hours. It's a waste. So when you're done, please exit cleanly. And this is the last slide I want to show, is that tomorrow we'll be using Ensign system to do profiling. So it's good to download a local copy based on your operating system. So this is the link. So with that, I'm going to turn over to Scott and Venice. Meanwhile, I'll put the slides deck to the Q&A doc, so you can